My name is Mehpare. I'm coming from Turkey. Actually, let me tell that I'm very delighted to be here with you. Let me start out with a brief introduction to FNSS defense systems. FNSS is a joint venture of BAE Systems and Turkish Nural Group located in Ankara, Turkey. We produce a variety of armored combat vehicles. All our vehicles are designed by our engineers and manufactured in our facility. Our customers are Turkish Land Forces and many other countries, mainly located in Far East and Middle East. Our total headcount is currently 900. However, we are a fast-growing company, and almost 60% of our workforce is millennials. We have a quite young population. A very short video about FNSS. We hope our defense-aimed vehicles will bring peace to the world. We have a very technical workforce, engineers, technicians, a field that might sound to you remote from being human-centric. However, FNSS is a very human-centric company. As HR, we are quite digitalized and continuously improving our ecosystem. However, today, I would like to talk about the human dimension of digitalization. We give a great deal of importance being human-centric. Business does not have emotion. People do. People want to be part of something bigger than themselves. We need to feel included. We have emotions, we have needs, we have expectations, and that's what differs us from robots. A great example to this came from marketing field. With digitalization, there is a big paradigm shift in marketing. As Brian Kramer put it, instead of business to business, business to consumer, now it is human to human. No more B2B, B2C, it's all H2H. And we are applying the same approach to HR. Everybody in this room is trying to automate, speed up things, use big data, just like marketing does. Human beings are innately complex, yet strive for simplicity. We are human to human, and we use digitalization as a tool to achieve simplicity and reaching each person, each feeling, each need and meeting each expectation. Change is happening so fast, and it's essential. Remember the top part of Maslow's pyramid? Self-actualization is at the top. To have an engaged workforce, those 4 needs are very essential. The need to feel trust, respecting people, giving candid feedback. The need to have hope, fostering hope. The need to feel sense of worth, recognitions, rewards. The need to feel competent, a challenging work, learning new things. So we give big importance to those 4 needs to have an engaged, dynamic, creative workforce. Last year, when I received an invitation from a global company to participate in an employer of choice study among university students in Turkey, I thought it might be a good opportunity to see where we are. So we identified the automotive and defense companies to be benchmarked against. When we received the results, I was really surprised, and even my eyes teared up. We were ranked as the top company providing their employees a creative and dynamic work environment. Again, the best one, respecting its people. Can you imagine, even in the eyes of university students, they even knew it. And also the very best one, recognizing performance. So those results showed that we achieved those 4 needs we value, I just showed in my previous slide. What took us there? Actually, we give big importance to our culture study. Let me give you some idea about our culture study and use only the last 3 years. Actually, in 2014, we developed our employee value proposition document. We conducted one-to-one interviews with at least 40% of our employees and asked each of them a set of pre-prepared questions, and we took notes. Those questions were like, what keeps you working here? What is the most positive thing about this company? What good things you tell to your family and to your friends about this company? And then looking through the responses to this survey, few commonalities jumped out. And from those, we prepared our employee value proposition statement. You can see the words, actually it says it's caring, respect, open communication, initiative. Those are from our employees this time. Those are our strengths as a company. And as HR, we want to make them even stronger. In 2015, we thought it was time renewing our working principles. Together with the management team, we conducted a 2-day off-site workshop and came out with our working principles. We could have easily choose to send out an email to all our employees stating what those new principles are. Instead, we chose to conduct a fair, to add some joy, some pride, some respect to it. And we conducted a fair. We, supervisors, the whole management team, including our CEO, we put on our kitchen aprons and served food at the fair to our employees. And those foods were the metaphors representing each principle. We gave them some details about each principle, and it was all about how we would like to work from now on. A small video about the fair. In 2016, it was time embracing those principles. Having written principles doesn't mean that we internalize those. Habits, behaviors are difficult to change. So in 2016, we management team, we became the sponsors for those principles, and each of us conducted meetings with small groups and discussed each principle in detail to make sure that we really internalized them. Another event of the 2016, we conducted a short film contest. Our employees came out with wonderful scenarios showing that they really embraced the principles, plus they add some sense of humor to it. Changing the DNA of a company is not easy. So a couple of years ago, we thought we should start from HR. Actually, it was our insight journey. As HR, we tried to become more positive, more appreciative, more strength-focused, more mindful, possibility-focused, responsive to our employees, more human, trying to be more interconnected with them, more generous, and especially non-judgmental. We simply focused on listening, telling less, asking more. We chose to understand what our employees are thinking, feeling. without making assumptions, no bias. Instead of judging them, we try to understand what they are saying. Instead of labeling, we try to understand their needs. No one can help anyone else from a judger position. Actually, there are two different mindsets. One is the judger mindset, the other one is the learner mindset. Judger mindset thinks this way: what's wrong? Whose fault is this? How can I prove that I'm right? The learner mindset is just the opposite. It works like this: what works? What am I responsible for? What are the other people thinking, feeling, wanting? What is still possible? What did I learn from this experience? With the judger mindset, the future will always be the recycled version of the past. However, judgers, learners, they think this way: regardless of the situation, it is vital to remember that there is always a choice. We have a choice for how to respond. Having this in mind, it's always begin with the end in mind. They are always solution-oriented. What are my choices? How can I make it win-win? Let me give you an example from our hiring process. When our technical teams look for a candidate, they very much concentrate on the hard skills, like the background, experience, technical competencies. Those are, of course, very important. However, we give great importance to hard skills and also soft skills. So we conduct behavioral-based interviews. We were preparing, putting together reports for them. You know, the technical teams, they weren't very much considering our reports, and we were simply blaming them. And then we asked ourselves, where are we? We understood that just complaining, we are on the judger path. We said, hey, let's switch our path. Let's move to the learner's path. So we totally changed the system. Now, before inviting the candidates, we conduct short meetings with them, just asking them, what type of soft skills are required for this position? They are saying things like results-oriented, a team player, blah, 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 and we just take notes. And then we prepare our reports accordingly. Now, you know what? They very much appreciate our assessments. Let me tell you that changing our questions totally changed our results. I highly recommend you reading Marilee Adams' book, Change Your Questions, Change Your Life. It is a wonderful book. Actually, this choice map is also from her book. Also, please avoid blaming yourself. That's not good. Always ask yourself, what works? What's possible? What can I do better next time? What did I learn from this? We as HR, during our insight journey, we improved some of our skills which are very much required during this digital age, like empathy, like learning agility, tolerance, collaboration, and several others. And my last example is about the development of our mid-management team's managerial competencies. Actually, we took a group of people where we practiced design thinking here, conducted one-to-one meetings with each, and first of all, identified their personal values and strengths. Including myself and few other colleagues, we are professional coaches, so we used coaching techniques here, honestly. They gained self-awareness about themselves. And then the next phase was the training phase. They received several training programs, classroom and online training programs. Then comes the assessment phase. We work with a professional group of consultants, and they assess their managerial competencies. And every year we conduct a 360 behavioral competency evaluation. So here we assessed their managerial competencies. And then the last phase is the development. We provided each of them with coaching and mentoring. We sit together with each of them and prepared together action plans related with their assessment center reports. And again, using coaching techniques, we provided them with feedback related with their 360s. A year later, we reassessed their managerial competencies. Of course, improvement differs from person to person. Some people showed significant improvement with some of their competencies, but still need improvement with the others. As an average, with the managerial competencies of the whole group, there is an 11% improvement, which we find quite good. So, in summary, I can say HR can change the DNA of a company in this fast-changing, digitalized world by being more human-centered. Digitalization helps us a lot, focusing more on the human element. Thank you very much.
Thanks for sharing that. I really like that little chart with the ask more, I'm getting it wrong, listen more, tell less. Did you actually publish that? So we've got some principles in our team, for example, we haven't gone so far as to publish them. I'm kind of curious. Did you actually tell people that that's what you're doing, or did you just do it?
When you say published,
to the
no.
And the employees.
Of course, I mean, our principles inside the company, if you ask, they are everywhere, written, and we always communicate those. But, I mean, if you mean publishing to...
No, I just mean, I thought that was an HR initiative. Within your function, the HR is
yes.
That you did this.
Actually,
ask more, tell less.
No.
You just did it within
yes.
yourself.
We said, but you know, they very much realize it. They say, well, we have an excellent HR department. They are coming when when we make exit interviews, they say, you know, I'm so sorry because I'm sorry to leave. Here we got wonderful relations with HR, but we never tell them the story that we really worked hard on it.
Very interesting, thank you. One question, what did they write on the post-its?
They put on their signatures on the wall.
So they sort of signed on to...
They signed and they said, yeah, we should work accordingly.
Thank you very much.